Hey everybody, it's Ron with Radiant Technology Solutions, and we're doing an SMB Connect video today. We have Jose with LaserCo7. How are you doing today, Jose?
Good, good. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Yeah, glad to have you. Glad to have you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what you're doing.
Okay, how far back do you want to go? Like from the day I was born, or a little more recent?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I will give you a quick um, background as to how I got into this business because I think people find that very interesting. When um, Not too long ago, I mean, I still do. I'm a DJ. I've been a DJ for 25 years, and COVID really impacted my industry severely. So in the middle of COVID, I decided that I can't just wait for business to get better. So I decided to get into this business, the laser engraving business. I didn't really know what I was getting into at the moment, but it has turned out to be something pretty interesting and a lot of fun. So I mean that's in a snapshot. That's kind of why I'm where I'm at now, and I guess that gives you a little insight in my personality. I don't like to just sit and wait for things to get better. I feel like I got to be part of the change to make things better.
Absolutely. Change waits for no man.
Right, right. I agree.
And so you're doing custom laser engravings now, and you're doing it on wood and all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah. So when I first dived into this, I was watching videos. I would see come on my my social media feeds and see really cool things being made with lasers, and I was like, man, that's awesome. I want to do that. I think I could do that. And I didn't realize, there's all kinds of laser machines that do all different types of things. So I purchased a diode laser, which is kind of like, if you get a laser pointer, that's a diode laser, has that
Okay.
little red dot. Well, then they have some that are blue and green and purple, and the different wavelengths are stronger than other ones. And so so I got a diode laser, and it does pretty good engraving, like very detailed engravings. And then it doesn't really cut that well. So I didn't know that when I purchased it. I saw a video and it said that it did cuts, and it does, but it takes like 8,000 years to cut through something. And didn't realize that, not really, but it's a lot longer than I expected. And so I practiced and learned this whole new way of doing things, because it really is a whole nother language. You have to learn like programming on how to use these machines. So I cut my teeth on this smaller laser, made the investment back on that fairly quickly, and then decided to just upgrade and get a bigger. What I have now is a CO2 laser. It's a 100-watt CO2 laser. So by comparison, the diode laser only has about 7 watts of output. The larger laser has about 100 watts of output, and it's a high powered plasma CO2 plasma laser. So it's very powerful. Can cut through wood, can engrave on wood, can engrave on slate. We can even do powder coated metals. We can do certain stainless steel metals too, with a certain type of marking solution that we can put on there. Um, and we can also cut acrylic and leather and etch on those things as well. So quite a few mediums. The only thing that we can't really cut really well is metal, which that's going to be later down the line as we progress with the business. That's definitely something I want to get into.
Yeah, it's metal. It's definitely a harder material, that's for sure, and
Yeah, it is.
more difficult to
Yeah, and
work
those
with.
machines.
You can cut
Say that
yourself.
again.
It's more difficult to work with too. I know you can cut yourself easy and all that kind of stuff. So you got to be careful. And
Yeah, if people go on my Facebook and they are friends with me or follow me on Facebook, you can see a picture on there where I actually got my thumb stuck in the laser and burnt it up pretty good. If it had been a larger laser that did metal, it would have. I'm sure it would have just lopped my thumb right off. So they are pretty dangerous, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but so that's really how I got into this, and now I'm doing more stuff on the larger machine, and we do a lot of custom creations. I Going back to my wedding background. I know planners and event coordinators, and I kind of wanted to cater to them at first and show them, because there's a lot of things that are being made custom in the wedding industry. Even though people aren't having large gatherings, they still want to have some of the details very personalized for even the smaller gatherings. So, I offer services like that. Like we do hedge wall signs, we do menus. We can do acrylic menus that match the decor. Like rose colored, like rose gold mirrored acrylic. That's I didn't even know that was a thing, and it's a thing. It's very popular. You know, and we can do name cards. We can do sign in guest books. Unique. They can be any shape. Uh, you know, Even three-dimensional shapes. It's pretty interesting the things that you can do with this machine. If you can think it and design it, it typically can be made with this machine. So um, even moving parts, it's pretty interesting. Some of the things that we can do with it.
That's pretty cool. I know you're not just doing wedding stuff though, because you made me some keychains for my business. So you're making a lot of promotional materials too, right?
Yeah, the promotional swag. I love swag because first of all, I don't know why. I'm obsessed with logos. I love really cool logos. Your logo is really cool. I loved
Thanks.
working on your keychains. Drake from Southern Landscape Solutions. I've always loved his logo, and I'm constantly burning it into things. And then made him some keychains too, and he loved them, and made him some other things that like I made him some golf ball markers. He hasn't given them to anybody yet, so hopefully this doesn't spoil the surprise. But I make stuff with the logos on. It's really neat. You can make so many cool customized things, and we can do traditional things too, like tumblers and um, you know uh, even like portfolios, leather portfolios. We can do signage to awards. That's a big thing too that we can do. A lot of people don't realize that's most of those are done on lasers now. For award shows, acrylic, nice, those beautiful crystal awards. Those are done with lasers too.
I remember when I was a kid, there was like a trophy store on every corner, and you don't see that anymore. Is that because you think that more folks have ventured into the industry and are doing what you're doing?
I think that yeah, you can because you have access to online. I think a lot of the mom and pop trophy stores uh, kind of fell to the wayside if they didn't stay with the times. There's still quite a few that are out there. Some of them have just kind of cornered the market in their area. People just know that's the go-to place to go. But
Mm.
yeah, I think that this industry has really shaken it up a little bit, especially when we have access to most of us have access to a supplier that can supply these things that are really nice, beautiful, pre-made, and then we take them and customize them.
Very cool, very cool. And I've seen some of the other stuff you're doing too for like friends and families for they're put their last name on this really cool board, and I'll put a picture in the video. And some of that stuff's just beautiful, man.
Yeah, the monograms have become crazy popular. I'm surprised. I'm not. Well, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, but I made one for my sister-in-law. She asked me to make one. She sent me kind of a picture of an idea of one kind of like that she wanted, and said, "Could you make something similar to this?" So I said, "Yeah," and I started designing it. And I put it together. She loved the mock-up, so then we ran with it and made one. And the day that I posted the pictures of that, I think we got like 4 or 5 orders for them that same day. And then from there, every time people see them, they want, everybody wants one. So now I'm actually working on I'm currently working on a few different designs for monogram and family signs that are unique because I do try to keep up with the market and look and see what's going on and see. I want to make things that are different that stand out.
Mhm.
Um, we talked about this before. I'm not the guy that's going to make you something you can buy at Hobby Lobby or the crafts section or the home goods section at Walmart or something. I'm not trying to compete with those people. I'm trying to make unique items. Beautiful, customized, designs that people when they see it, they're gonna know you didn't buy that at Hobby Lobby. They're gonna go, man, where did you get that done? That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw some of those mandalas you were making when I picked up my keychains, and the way you're just layering the wood up, it's pretty intense. It looks like it takes some time.
Yeah, the mandalas are really nice. We have a lot of mandala designs that we can actually incorporate into other designs, which is really neat. But yeah, those are fun. The layered projects, they are fun. I think that's what makes part of the monogram sign so popular too, is because they're layered. They're
Mm.
there's three at least three levels to each one, and so they stand out, they pop out. So anything that has multi layers, it adds texture, it adds shading, and it just adds these really cool elements that a flat piece of artwork doesn't have.
Yeah, it makes it pop out at you almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tangible. So I think that's what's cool. And then, and then there, like I said, there's with those multiple layers, you have different textures on it too. So that really excites the sensory mechanisms, I think, in people. They can see it, and then when they touch it, they can feel, one maybe it's rough here, maybe it's smooth there, clean lines with sometimes with script writing that can be etched in. It's really cool. It's a mixture of different things that people like. So yeah, I just did a sign for Veronica. Some of these people might not know, but Veronica Leonard, she's a chiropractor at Florida Wellness Group,
Yeah,
and she had me commission a sign for her friend's baby shower, and we did this really cool 3D sign, which I'll get you a picture of it and you can show that if you want. But
yeah, cool.
it's a big nursery sign, and it has an elephant on it, and it has the kid's name on it, and it's it's this big 24-inch, 25-inch round sign that is really awesome. They have at the baby shower, and then they can keep that in the kids' room as their nursery sign. And then it's very unique. It's not something that you can just buy off the shelf, and
Yeah,
no one can duplicate that. They're not going to duplicate your look.
yeah. You
So
can't show up at that party either, and have like your friend who's gotten your mutual friend the same exact thing, and you're both just standing there looking at each other like, I don't know. I didn't know you
right,
were getting that. I got it.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
What's really funny too when you talk about those kind of things. If they're going to do something themed, we can actually incorporate all kinds of cool things to match that theme. So if it's a nursery sign, for example, and it has the elephant and the name, we can do that exact same look on all kinds of things like cups and coasters and plates. Even we can put that, we can burn these images onto all these things, and it will look kind of uniform but unique. It's like, again, it's not something that you're gonna pick up from Walmart or Party City, that everybody can get. It's going to be
yeah,
super unique.
yeah, and absolutely. And, with going to places like Walmart and Party City, you get what you pay for too. I know I bought stuff there, and as soon as I got it to the party, it broke.
Right.
It's it, quality over quantity for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. We 100%. We, I pride myself in having good quality products, and I really try to make sure everything's put together very securely and nice, so it's not going to fall apart. I think about like what if I'm paying what I expect my customers to pay. If I pay that for something, I want it to last. I want it to be good quality. So for sure, that is a big part. I'm very OCD about a lot of things. When I'm putting things together, packaging them, I just want it to look a certain way and feel a certain way. So I agree with you with that. I 100% believe you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
So
when I picked up my keychains, I mean there was a really neat packaging, wrapped around them, and you had your own, custom tag tied to the packaging. It was real cool.
yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate that. I try.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good, especially just starting this in the beginning of COVID. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's been a challenge, and it's slowly picking up. But I think that if people want to support local business and small business, it's a great way to do it. Support small business like ours, because you're keeping food on the table for an actual family and not a corporation, a huge faceless corporation. And right now, especially in the growth period, it's a lot of one-to-one time with me. I do a lot of the design work myself. So people actually get to, we get to work together a lot to build these custom things. And sometimes people go, I feel so bad being so, because they go back and forth. And I try to explain, look, this is part of it. You want something custom made, there's going to be a lot of back and forth until we get it perfect. That's what we want. We want it to be perfect, and we want you to love it, and we want you to, when people open that gift that you give to them, they go, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's what we're going for. And you can't do that with just sometimes one phone call.
No, totally, totally. It's like, if you were painting somebody's house or something, they're going to want it to be a certain color. And they might change their mind a couple times while they're picking out those colors, but it's completely understandable.
Right. Right. So, yeah, man. So I really, I really feel like this has been a good, you know, business decision for us. And, like I said, I mean, I'm still a DJ, but really, this has become a new passion for me. I'm very passionate about it. I really enjoy making things. I think it's really interesting that you can take these flat pieces of plastic or flat pieces of wood and, you know, just do some design on a computer, and then all of a sudden you have these beautiful 3D works of art that you can hang on your wall proudly, or have on your desk, or give to a person as a gift. And it's super cool and unique and different, you know and then especially when you get to see the machine in action, which I do a lot. I try to put a lot of video now. I'm trying to do more and more video content on my social media pages like Facebook and Instagram. So if people go on there and they want to see what it looks like, how the process works, then that's how they can, that's definitely one way they can do it. Check us out. LaserCo7 is very easy to find on Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be my next question. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Probably that way. You can message me through Messenger. People can call me or text me. My phone number is very easy to get in touch with me. It's back there, I think, on my screen right now. So yeah, it's very easy to get in touch with me that way. Usually through Messenger, very fast, because all that comes through my phone. If people try to reach out to me on Google, on my Google page, they can do that also, because there's messaging there. Really, that's the best way to get in touch with me. Some people try to email me. Email is not the best way to get in touch with me, because I don't know about you, but I get about 800 emails a day, and sometimes weeding through those is a hassle. So text messaging is way better, or messaging like instant messenger is really good for me.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody can't get a hold of you for any reason, just give me a shout and I will point them in your direction.
Yeah, and it's a pretty easy process as far as like ordering and stuff too. They can, but some people are a little intimidated, like they don't know what to do. You just reach out to me and say, hey, this is kind of what I'm looking for, and then we talk about it a little bit, and we kind of nail down what it is you're looking for exactly. And then what we do is we give you an invoice. The person pays the invoice, then we start creating the item. But we actually do a proof first. We make sure that it looks good, a mock up, before they ever get anything cut and made. Once they approve the proof, then we actually start building their product. So, and the reason people pay up front is because it's custom work. I can't undo the time.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
so, and that's it, man. I mean, it's pretty simple. Once we make the product, we either have it shipped out and delivered to them, or they can sometimes come pick it up. But we usually don't have customers come pick up. We typically will have to deliver, just because you know, uh, COVID.
Yeah. No,
so,
I understand completely.
uh,
Well, I sure appreciate you joining me today, Jose.
yeah, man. Thank you for having me on. I feel like I talked a little bit too much. I have that problem being a DJ. I think we talk too much.
No, it's great, man. It's been great learning about what you're doing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really love what you're doing with the community too, man. If I think it's a wonderful way to connect with businesses. So I really appreciate, and I know that it's time consuming and it takes up time and your effort, and it's a really nice thing that you're doing for the community. And I really appreciate you taking time to schedule with me and let me be on the show.
No, I appreciate that, Jose. Thanks again for joining me.
No problem. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.